Animaniacs 2020, Season 2, Episode 13.
The final episode.
Will we dream? So let's see. Basically, it was what? Benjamin Franklin and then the contest for the estate.
Pretty much. There was only two?
Oh, wait. I just realized something.
What?
There wasn't a Pinky and the Brain one.
Nope.
Well, Brain was in it.
He was,
Baby Brainy.
Yeah.
Animaniacs. Cute baby Brainy.
Yeah, this was the first sketch, the Benjamin Franklin sketch that's peak Animaniacs. That's exactly what they did.
Classic Animaniacs.
Yeah, it's like
that is just a throwback to the Einstein.
Yeah, it's that sort of thing. Pick a historical figure, talk about why they're important, but do it in a way that's zany.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Zany to the max.
But I mean, there's not much to say about it because it was just good. I mean, it does what.
It's harder to talk about things that are good because you're not ranting and nitpicking.
Yeah, there's nothing really to nitpick here. It's just a really cleanly written episode. It follows the basic Animaniacs formula for dealing with a historical figure while also explaining why they were important. It doesn't get too bogged down in anything modern. It sticks to, like, you could have shown this. I don't think they made any references. You could have shown this back on the original run and it still would have worked.
Yeah, because it was completely chronistic. Well,
yeah. The only thing outside of the super glue, but that was around during the first one anyway, so that
super glue existed back then.
Well, maybe not like the commercially available modern super glue like what they were showing.
Well, yeah, but no, I mean, super glue existed in the 90s is what I meant.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was going back to time of Ben Franklin. Yeah, but yeah, it could have easily that one could have absolutely, I agree. Yeah. That one could have come out in the 90s.
Yeah. And
other than the high quality, it wouldn't have been the HD quality, it wouldn't have raised any eyebrows.
And a slight difference of art style.
Yeah, it would, but it
because they did change up the drawing a bit of all of them.
Yeah, and it wasn't in 4:3, higher quality, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But for the most part, yeah, you could have handed that script to the 90s staff and they could have produced this.
Yeah.
And
I gotta say, it never occurred to me that's why most stovepipes are bent like that.
You know, me either.
Like, it does make sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And apparently that weather book is pretty accurate.
That's weird.
Devastatingly so.
Even modern meteorology is not accurate.
Yeah, not that accurate. Yeah. And the almanac is basically, this is generally what's going to be happening during this month in this region. It
just shows the trend and extrapolates from the year before.
Yeah, and it extrapolates on patterns and such. Like, this is going to be a cold winter.
It's kind of like it's like, oh, we had last year the temperature was this, but the trend is around here, so it should be this year, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah, and with El Nino and La Nina, like they can make predictions about broad changes, warm winter, cold winter, everything like that, and so like
Extra
Yes, like make up your
rainfall, not a lot of
mind.
rain.
but yeah, it
Make up your
was.
mind.
Although, I mean, Armageddon.
Although he did make a pretty good lightning rod.
He did.
I bet that was very enlightening.
I bet it was a shocking revelation for him.
But yeah, there wasn't really much to say about this one. It's just good. Like, I mean, that's sort of this whole episode. It's for the most part very, other than bringing 23andMe into it. Like, they could have replaced that with they found an old family tree,
Yeah.
and that could have been the same thing. And oh, the family, that wasn't the real family tree, or that was there was something smudged on it, and that made it look like the Warners were there, and you wiped it off, and it says no, this is completely different. Like, how did that work? It's cartoons. Give up.
Yes, do not
Although
question cartoon logic.
I'm a genealogist. I know everything. Watch out for watch your step. Thump.
I do also love the joke where it's like where you pretty much says, hey, you remember we got our DNA tested and the government now has it kind of joke, like
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
true. There
that-
actually was a case where somebody was arrested because their sibling did a DNA test and they were hiding under the radar for so long, but they were caught because of their sibling's DNA test. Like, wait a second. This
Like-
person has been like, they started a new life and everything and got arrested.
So like, thanks a lot, brother.
I think it was a sister, but that could just be me like redoing it because my sister is a horrible, horrible person.
but yeah, I mean, it's yeah, it's apparently Ralph is
and
now in
like
charge
in
of
that-
Warner Brothers.
Yep. And I
That's,
mean, on that one note of the DNA testing, like in an episode of Resident Alien, pretty much the only people who haven't done their DNA testing are infants and hermits. I guess I'm a hermit because I have never done it. I never will.
Same. Or just a really big baby. Yep, I'd go for the latter.
But anyway,
I'm the silly bottle.
Ugh.
so I am intrigued
Um,
by Ralph's notion of Meatballs, the movie.
Hey,
No,
it's nothing
it's
like
not
Superman.
just the meatballs. There were hamburgers in there.
Yeah,
But
But the
remember,
focus
it's
was
nothing
meatballs,
like
like
Superman.
hamburgers, supporting role, but meatballs.
Well, no, because if you remember that the meatballs what was focused on at the time, but then there was before that a whole bunch of other crap that he listed.
I
But
mean, though, I love to
And
see
And that
How-
Oompa Loompa thing.
I'll just see how this is gonna turn out, though. Oh,
Yeah.
I wonder if they're just gonna like forget it in the next season and Ralph no longer owns it.
I don't know. They do have some, well, not continuity, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or he runs it into the ground.
Oh.
The Warners buy it, and so then they're technically in
Yeah.
charge.
Oh,
But then,
God.
like,
Oh God.
something happens, and
He
they get
runs it
tricked
into
into
the
giving it
ground, and
back.
it's like he runs it into the ground, and it's like, thank you. Now it is only worth $5. Who's gonna even pay $5 for this shit? We will. I told you
Oh.
we should have saved that $5 from the first season.
Oh, we forgot one.
But
The short 30-second 80s cats.
oh, at the
Oh
beginning,
yeah, the '80s Cats intro before the Animaniacs intro.
Yeah.
that was
Funny
weird.
enough, I've actually never watched.
'80s.
I never
80s,
watched
80s
Thundercats.
Cats. Really? I've seen it.
Yeah. I've seen like bits and pieces of it, but I've never actually watched a full episode.
I've watched quite a few episodes.
Of course
I
you
remember.
would.
Yes, of course I would.
Oh.
Just
that
admit
just
that
reminds
you're
me
a
of
furry.
the whole buying Warner's buying Warner Brothers. Just reminds me of their when they had the Power Rangers spoof. Here, have a bag of money.
Mm.
And then they run out of bags of money at the end, and like, here's a yogurt or something like.
That was the one with the bunnies, right? With the evil bunnies.
This was the '90s one where the Power
Oh.
Rangers.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was a whole.
Or I might remember it, but my brain hurts.
I guess I remembered it because I was into Power Rangers at the time, so it stuck really hard, and so like they go they basically mock an episode of Power Rangers, like they handle the moral of the day. Here, somebody does something good. Here, have a bag of money, and they do that like 2 or 3 times, and then the last time it's just like, here, have a yogurt or something like that, and it's like,
Although it does make me wonder about the Warners, like, and their monetary
worth.
Well, not so much their worth, but how they attain their money. Like, is it an allowance or like do they smuggle it?
I think they just take what they want.
Because if Ralph runs Warner's into the ground, they technically wouldn't have the money to buy it.
Again,
Because
I think they
if their
just take
money
what
is
they
Warner,
want. I think they just take what they want because they are omniscient gods who rule over everything, whether we like it or not.
well, I mean, they don't rule over everything.
Okay, fine, but honestly, who's gonna touch Antarctica?
I would.
Of course you would, you cold-blooded lizard.
Hey. If a cold-blooded lizard actually went to Antarctica, it would die.
Yeah, I know.
Super
Because
strong, Warner siblings.
Because cold-blooded means, you know,
They're reliant
unable
upon
to.
they're reliant on their environment for the most part to maintain their, they have to move around within their environment to create the proper
They don't produce their own body heat.
yeah.
They rely on the heat of external influences.
You're right. You'd be more of a penguin.
I don't know what penguins actually sound like.
Huh. This apparently was a very good episode. I was finding the episode with the Power Rangers things labeled Super Strong Warner Siblings is the thing, but it also came with Nutcracker Slappy, and then Wacko's New Gookie, and a Quake, are all in that episode.
Oh, damn.
This is a pretty good one.
I miss Slappy.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love the Bambi episode.
Oh no, no.
Well, the Bambi parody episode.
That was really sad.
That was not sad.
Well,
was
he's just
funny.
sitting there crying all the time. Just like, "Aw,
I know.
poor thing."
No, it was funny because of how gullible he was.
I'm not too gullible.
But anyway, we haven't really had, again, it's really hard to talk about an episode that's good. Like, it's not like super exceptional in any particular way, but it just does everything right.
I mean, it's easier to talk about stuff when there's stuff to complain about.
Or there's something exceptionally amazing. Like, oh, that was really, really funny. But no, it's pretty standard Animaniacs
where you're like
level.
sitting there quoting every line of the thing.
Yeah. There wasn't something that was so out of this world about this episode. But it was still good. It was still very enjoyable. And it was still pretty standard Animaniacs fare. It wasn't exceptional, but it wasn't bad at all. There was nothing that really didn't slow down anywhere. It didn't it carried that whole kettlebell joke all the way to the end.
And the crypt joke, not crypt, coffin joke.
Yeah. But yeah, they kept,
where he fell down into the coffin twice, and then she threw the thing in there and it fell in the coffin.
Yeah, it all worked. Everything worked.
Yeah.
There was nothing nothing exceptional, but everything just was good. It was just
the battle, the little competition to the end, and how they taped their eyes open to keep them from falling asleep.
Yeah. It's all a standard Animaniacs fare, but it's good standard Animaniacs fare. Like, there's nothing wrong. The thing is, it makes it really hard to review something when there's just not nothing too exceptional, but nothing bad either. It's just good. It's just this is standard Animaniacs fare. Just I'm talking in circles, but I don't have anything much to say about it. It was good.
So he's gonna spend about 15 minutes saying he doesn't have anything to say.
Yep.
I mean,
he needs to slap him because his record's skipping.
I mean, to be fair, I would love to join a contest where I do silly antics to win a free house.
Yeah. Especially if it's just getting cats out of a tree and, pretending to love someone. Okay, no, I'd fail.
Yeah, I would too. God damn it, no.